murder this one and murder that one. Talking all that bullshit. I'ma put it to you like this, yo.
This is for the nerds, this is for the brainiacs, this what we deserve. Go ahead and play it back, you ain't gonna touch me, you not gonna do nothing, you are not above me, I bet you wish you was me, I know that I know.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Only Friends podcast. And I'm joined today by my only friends, the one and only the tortoise, the child of the sim. Don't you fucking dare. Don't you fucking dare. Child of the sim, Landon Tice.
Yeah.
The judge, jury, and executioner of Poop Court, one Melissa Poo Dog Schubert.
Dun dun.
And
We have a specifically anus crime today.
and Guapo back there working the ones and twos. Great time.
Poop court.
Just incredible. You guys are in for a hell of a show today, and that is absolutely no joke. We're really teasing the lead here.
How did we just make something out of nothing?
Well, that's
This is what we do.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
That is what
You
we
didn't
do.
learn
here.
that over the last 391 episodes?
391 episodes.
This is 92.
Don't do this again. Okay, don't do this again. We will have a very special 400th episode for you guys coming up soon.
That's actually like that. It's that close.
It's a week from today.
Wow.
No, that's a lie.
No. It's
2
like
weeks,
a week and a half.
2 weeks from today, I think.
Holy shit.
Holy shit. Yeah, 3
Look
and then
like
5.
shit.
Yeah, about 2 weeks from today.
400's a fucking lot, man.
We got a great show for you guys today. We all played the NAPT except for, well, let me rephrase. Half of us played the NAPT event yesterday. We'll talk a little bit about that.
I'm a little slow, you know. I'm playing tomorrow.
We're going to talk
I'm
about...
still working my way there.
That's right. We're going to talk about Twitter Tuesdays, which is going to get us into our In the Muck segment. Don't you worry. It's a special one today.
Something else is in the muck today.
There's a lot of muck to go around.
Ew.
We're going to talk about the Big Game casting, our one and only Nikki Limo getting
Let's
cast
go.
as
Let's
Loose
go,
Cannon.
Nikki.
Let's go.
But before we get to any of that, let's hear a word from our sponsors. Do you struggle with cold callers?
What the heck?
No, I just want to remind you guys
Billy
that
Mays here.
Billy Mays Hayes here. Just want to remind you guys that we are doing a discounted pre-Black Friday sale for anybody who wants to get a hold of some great course content. Andrew Brokus has a new course out, cold calling, combating against cold callers. $19.99 for your first 2 months. Just head to solve4why.io, use code ONLYFRIENDS as a coupon. That offer expires November 19th, so your time is ticking.
It is. And, you know, we did, I just did a little reorganization of the site.
That's right.
You will notice.
Mhm.
Yeah,
We have a lot of, free members. And, we added a ton of content to the free roll access. So if you're a free member, go ahead and check that out. And if you like what you see,
And if you're not,
we got a good deal for you.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
We're giving it away.
Literally giving it away. There's so much good free content
So
on there.
much.
What's on there?
I don't know, a bunch of shit.
I don't know.
Get
Some
on
extra
down.
masterminds, some
Yeah,
courses,
man.
some good shit. You're gonna have to go there and check it out.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to go to solve4why.io and check
That's
it
right.
out.
The tortoise understands.
Yeah.
You know what? I was gonna catch up a little bit with you guys, but I think we just need to get into it.
Yeah.
It's on the tip of everyone's tongue. We
Yeah,
can't stop
I
thinking
mean,
about
God,
it.
I don't
please
want any of that
say
on my
it.
tongue.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
Stop it.
I can taste it.
There's
No.
a lot more than the tip. All right, our In the Muck segment today is a little bit different.
This fucking music, man.
The office is in the muck.
Someone in this building is in the muck, but you know what? That's no longer even important.
Oh, okay. Is it not important anymore?
Well, it's not
That's
important.
There's already a
It's
bias.
very important.
There's
It's very
already a
convenient.
bias starting. This
Okay.
is bullshit.
All right, I don't know. You guys decide what's most important.
Can we
to
get
me,
an impartial person
to
to kind of
me,
set
what
this
is
up?
most important is that the mess itself was not cleaned. And I think
Okay,
that's
so
absolutely
moving the
so
goalposts.
the row
Oh,
is definitely
I'm gonna win this
What are we
so
doing? Are we gonna
easily.
Okay.
Are we breaking it down
Here's
on
the
what
thing.
happened?
Here's what happened.
Because the audience has no idea.
On the way to the podcast, Landon and I are in the car. We get a message from Guapo
I wish I didn't get
to
it.
the podcast chat, and
An
it is
image, if you
an
will.
image of poop in the toilet.
Well, I mean,
It's been there
let's
for a
not
bit.
Be disparaging. This was
It's
A trophy.
flaking.
This thing
You
is
know, it's
massive.
definitely been there for a
You
little.
do not need the graphic.
It's
no
We don't
graphic.
need to describe it. You guys
it's
know
full
what poop
blown
looks
Nessie.
like.
It's full blown Nessie. You know,
Yeah,
just
it's-
poking out of
And
the
there's
water.
this whole
tail.
thing
Yeah.
of like, who left this poop in the toilet? And we're like, oh, I don't know. And then we get here, and Guapo reveals to us that it's still there. He did not flush it. He just took a photo.
Okay,
And
so this is the
sent
part
it.
I get to chime in.
Dun 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 dun.
I went in there to go take a piss, and as I walk in, I see this monster. So I instantly walk back, and I'm like, oh, this is a great spot to like make somebody feel kind of silly for leaving a
pooping and
huge
leaving
poo.
it. Yeah.
So the door is open.
Wrong crowd, by the way.
Listen, I grab my phone and I stick my hand out,
That's pretty
Take a
risky
picture.
because your
Yeah,
phone
what if
could
you-
drop
yeah,
in
what if
there.
you-
bring it
dropped
back,
Mm.
send it to the chat,
Mm-hmm.
and that was that. I didn't realize that what was about to take place was me
Guapo,
being.
How is your
So
not?
there's two crimes like
You-
today
you
presented.
had
two
to
crimes.
piss.
Go ahead,
Order
yeah.
in the court. There's two crimes presented today. The first crime is that somebody pooped. An especially heinous crime. Someone pooped in the toilet and left it. The second crime.
Well, I like that you cut the Berkey right there.
I would happily claim that one if I was confident it was mine.
Yeah.
It was a
And
trophy.
Berkey, by the way, has been showing signs of guilt, I have to say, but you
This
guys
is-
can decide for yourselves.
What's the second crime?
The
I
second
can't
crime is that it's of our especially heinous crimes court is that Guapo saw the poop, took a photo, stood in there long enough to take a picture, did not flush it.
Can
and
I
know
add,
what? I
can I
just-
add a detail to this as well?
Sure.
He had to piss.
Right?
Do you pee on top of it?
No, I went downstairs and used the bathroom.
Okay, listen. This I
So
think
insane.
I know we're already in court, but this right here could be a RICO case. I mean, because there is definitely an ongoing conspiracy.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is out of control. This has happened more than once.
say that you
it's
have
an
seen-
ongoing criminal enterprise.
So somebody you're
Which-
saying is a serial.
Someone's upper
poop and
decorating
leave
this
it
place.
Listen, okay, I'm going to tell you this right now. This is not the first time this has happened at this place, and
in that toilet.
in
specifically?
both toilets. And
Downstairs there's a caveat.
Hold the
make a lot
fucking
of
thing down,
excuses.
okay? Yeah. There's no
You-
excuses.
It's not a
right?
simple flush. It's a flush and hold.
Doesn't matter.
And look, I don't want to throw any shade
Right.
out, but I know an Academy member
is-
dropped the bomb in there.
Yes.
And
Oh, we're blaming it on the
no,
academy.
no. Obviously, that didn't
For
happen tonight.
$3,500, you can get blamed for leaving
Here's the
poop in
thing.
the
Here's the
toilet.
thing. Here's
I'm
the
just
thing.
saying.
I've come across this crime before,
Okay.
but what I did was the responsible thing
And flushed.
and
it.
flushed the toilet
Did you
down.
alert everybody?
I didn't alert anybody because
keep
I
it
was
to yourself.
I might have.
Listen,
I might have
It's
listen,
said
hold on
okay
a
if you alert
second.
everybody.
Okay,
Hold on a
I think
I
that's
might have
funny.
alerted people. I didn't take. I didn't take visual, evidence. I
Right.
didn't take a picture of it, which I think on Guapo's part is, that's good. You should,
You should
want,
present your evidence.
You should
to
present
court.
the evidence. Well, I mean, there's no.
I can't wait for this to be one of his.
Right.
I actually took a shit and took a picture of it.
Get
moments.
the
No,
fuck
because
out of
that
here.
was
That's
there.
a
That was an
possibility.
old one.
100% not the case.
Okay, well, we don't know that.
As a forensic
how could we
investigator,
possibly know that?
Right.
I can tell that was at least 12 hours old.
Hear me out as to why
If
I
you do
think.
look, there's like little.
Wait a minute. Wait. How?
Yes,
Because
no,
it was
for sure.
flaking and there
It
was
was flaking
staining
out.
around
Yeah,
It was
it.
flaking. I agree.
I agree with her.
I
I
agree.
do
ask
agree
this
with her.
I agree with her
What is
too.
wrong with
I do
me?
agree with her. May I
Right.
present another? If everybody would like to take a look at their phones.
I believe you are the prime suspect.
That's
for the
fine.
pooper.
I'm gonna offer my defense.
Okay.
I'm not even claiming it wasn't me, although I will say I have an alibi. Landon watched me walk directly in the downstairs bathroom when I got here yesterday to take a shit. So I don't know that I shit twice. But
How
anyway,
often do you poop per day?
I'm a one guy regular kind of guy, but
Okay.
it's a mountain. I stack shit on top of shit. Anyway,
Well, that was a small poop.
well,
it's-
it was breaching the water.
Are you saying it was a big poop?
Well, I don't think it was small. I wouldn't classify it as small. It's breaching
Looks
the water.
small to me.
However,
Bow, bow,
here's what I'm saying. I don't think it was intentional because if you look,
Oh,
the
it's
water is
Yeah,
clear.
that's pretty big.
The water's clear. There's no pee
It's
in that
actually
water.
flaking a little less than I originally thought.
Oh no.
Christ.
So
Are you
this may
zooming
be
in?
around 6. This may be 6
Are you
hours
zooming?
old. So who was at the office earlier?
What was the time of death?
I was
Nobody was at the
I
office.
have an alibi. My point being is that there's no pee in the water. Therefore, I think it was flushed and just
So
didn't.
it was
didn't-
probably not a woman.
well, there was no woman here.
Okay, so Nikki
It was.
and I are clear.
It was definitely between yesterday
So
and
you're
today.
saying that it was flushed, the pee went down, and then new water came in
Correct.
with the remaining
no,
turd.
I
no,
believe
because
that-
the turd
I
would
believe
be
that's the
way
case.
more damaged. It is fully intact.
Oh, that you know of. I mean, I'm just
Are
saying.
you saying that you
sometimes-
saw it before said
No.
flush?
If it's angled
I'm
a
just
certain
saying.
way, sometimes the water just goes down. The turd does not move.
Yeah,
That
and
happens.
this
Does
could have
not
been
appear
a.
to be
This
that.
could
Especially
have
if
been,
it's a big one.
it also could have been a clog situation where
Yeah.
it kind of sucked and rose.
So I don't think it's a clog situation
Okay.
because Landon, like a responsible human being, went in there and rectified the situation.
We have some.
Right.
We're not
Wait,
okay. We're not
and
cramming
he
in
said,
too many
he
number
said
two
it
yet.
went right down.
said
Well,
there was no
we have
issue.
some
And
breakage
the
over
toilet
24
paper
hours.
is they're sitting right on top gently. I don't think
Gently.
that. I think there's never an initial flush here.
I don't know. I'm
But
not really
that's
sure.
besides the point.
This sounds like Berkey's trying to
He's
knows
trying
he's
to-
guilty.
He
and
knows
then
it
he's
was
like,
him, I think.
I don't
He's
know that
like-
I'm guilty.
well,
I also,
he thinks
I'm
there's a
not claiming
possibility.
innocence. I'm not claiming innocence at all, but I do not believe I'm guilty
Right.
because I know for a fact I
Right.
shit pre-show.
That's why you're saying, oh, it might be an accident.
Listen,
Well, he
before
says I
we
might
send
have
this,
done a second one.
before we send this out to the jury, which is chat, I just want to say one last closing statement
Okay,
on my behalf.
sure.
If someone is a habitual shitter leverer, that person should have to come and take care of what he's done.
First of all,
No,
who
hold
are
on a
you
second.
implying is a habitual shitter and leaver?
Someone in this house because it's happened
In this house.
Well, this office.
I
where
mean, my
this
man's just throwing out
headquarter-
accusations here.
Listen-
Brian, you've known Berkey for a long time. I think you can speak to his character.
Yeah,
Have you ever found Berkey's poop in the toilet?
I believe I have.
I rest my case.
I can never know if it was him for sure.
Here's how
but
he
I
can
feel-
know.
Send it out to
Have
the
you ever
jury.
been in a group chat with me where I've sent you my poo?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not ashamed.
Right.
If this were my poo, I would just happily own my poo.
I agree. I think you're unaware that you're doing it.
Well, he
Well,
did
there's
say that he
dementia.
doesn't look.
There's no
when he
awareness,
flushes.
unawareness.
Yes.
I do not watch
Yeah.
the poo go down. I don't.
What if
I
it
don't
clogs?
celebrate.
You would never know.
Well,
You got to
Listen,
make sure it clears.
This has happened before, so I think you just don't. I think you flush, and then you don't look to see if it went
I
down.
don't think he flushes.
Or maybe you forget to flush.
I
can see
I
him being like
certainly-
on his
He's
phone,
on his
in a
phone.
Twitter argument
Right.
with somebody.
think
and
about
then, like,
think about pooping.
wipes,
Do you know
throws,
how
and then-
impossible it is to forget to flush? Just think about
Maybe you
the
took a
process.
shower
Not when you're
after.
What are
distracted.
you talking about? I don't live here.
All right,
Well,
can we get the verdict? Are we going to
Yes,
send it out to
I think
chat?
we need to send this.
You have derailed this whole thing, my
First of
man.
all-
You walked in on a fresh poo and you did nothing
Okay, but
about
we
it.
actually
he's trying to
didn't
get the
really
last
get
word.
to
So can-
Guapo's
can somebody
part.
please-
Was Guapo responsible for the flush?
Obviously.
No. I think the question is, is what is more egregious? Like, what is more foul? The fact
Okay,
that
who deserves
the
a
fact
longer
that I didn't
sentence?
flush it and took a picture of it, or the person who took a shit and just left it there?
You.
What is more egregious?
You.
Would you stop, Landon? We're throwing it out to
We're
chat.
gonna let chat decide.
We're gonna let
who
chat decide.
deserves a longer sentence
Right.
in
I don't
prison
think this is
Right.
for
close.
this anus crime.
Yeah, this one to me is
Because on one
Lock
case,
him up and throw him
Well,
in.
one is an accident and one is not.
Exactly.
exactly.
We don't
You
know
guys
if
are
one's an
tainting
accident.
the jury.
We know one is definitely not an
we
accident.
can't influence the jury.
Oh, that's what do you mean?
We are
That's
we
part
are the
of
lawyers,
court.
so I guess we're allowed.
That's,
Yeah,
that's the whole
closing
job.
arguments have already been done.
He's just
Like, what
upset.
is
He's gonna
going
get,
on?
you're just gonna get more years, more time in poop
See, we
jail.
need a judge.
Well, it's
Not
no
just a bunch of
surprise to
lawyers.
anybody. This carries us right into our Twitter Tuesday. Yesterday, we showed you a sneak peek of some merch that Melissa had been designing. You know, it's convenient that you weren't here yesterday to be accused of Poopgate, because I would tell you, by default, you'd be the number one suspect. By
For
default.
pooping.
But yes, for
As
pooping.
poo dog Melissa.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely left poop before.
Okay, yeah, here we
Just
go.
This
Okay,
time wasn't me.
so here was Melissa's first attempt at the new merch that we'll be launching for you
This is
guys.
actually my second attempt.
Oh yeah, that's
I
true.
was just designing a whole line.
We have some responses. Someone random said,
People
I
are
thought
no.
Berkey 11 poo-pooed this design.
he poo pooed in the toilet.
Poo-pooed.
Don't even show me this one.
Poo-pooed this design. You get it? Poo-pooed. Baron von Balasak. I think that's intentional. He said it's farted. Shitted and farted.
I actually did make a version that said that.
Yeah. He knows you well.
Yeah,
I think you and Baron,
my
You
people
guys-
know me.
you guys might have a little.
Probably not.
Uh,
You know, we don't need to. Doesn't need to be like that.
It's not that deep,
Maybe
man.
a little connection. I don't know. Ryan says that shirt looks like shit.
Sure does.
That's good.
And Melissa says, "Give me your entire stock with a gift that I'm unfamiliar with."
We'll take your entire stock.
We'll take your entire stock. Oh man!
Bow, bow, bow.
Luckily for everyone here, that shirt is only going to be a one of one limited
yeah.
edition for the man who is guilty of poop court.
No, it's you.
It's Guapo.
Yeah, okay.
You're both guilty, though,
Is
of
the
your
poll up?
different crimes.
Guapo either didn't flush or didn't flush, if you know what I mean. And I think you do.
Stop.
I don't see the poll.
He
Guapo.
still has Matt Hunt believing that his brother-in-law's cousin
My
is
nephew,
an MLS
my nephew,
star.
my nephew.
Sorry, his nephew that doesn't exist is still an MLS star from Mexico.
Unbelievable.
Are
Where's
you
the
saying
poll?
that? Are you saying that Guapo is a master manipulator?
I'm just saying he's a bit of a troll. And if ever there was an opportunity to
Didn't
sneak
pass
one through, like
lie detector.
imagine he was just very proud of this shit and was like, I know what I'm going to do. I know exactly how to get this one in the chat.
You're giving me way too much credit.
But then he didn't flush
Guapo
it.
doesn't strike me as someone who would send
yeah,
us
who
a photo
wants to
of his
show
poop.
everyone his poo?
Yeah.
So, but this is a way. This is a way to get around a.
Yeah.
You show it without letting people know
right.
you're actually
That's right.
showing
Being
it.
very
That's right.
convoluted.
I should've
Like
Right.
subtle
Mouth
brag,
shut.
you know?
I think it's like
Listen, he's playing 4D chess
That's
with
right.
poop over here.
That's right. I saw him perk up a
see,
little
look
bit.
how
We were like,
excited Berkey is.
we were
and
like,
then he
did you
has
see
someone
the
else.
size of that thing?
Yeah.
Guapo's like, that was a big shit.
Yeah. He's getting all the credit without
Guapo,
any
can
of
you
the.
put the poll up?
That's what I thought Matt did this.
What
Did
do I
not put
do?
up a
think
poll.
he's
Can you
doing the
please put up
poll?
a poll to see who's more egregious?
I got to tell you, I
They're chanting. We need a poll.
don't know.
This is our jury. This is serious. We're the Division of Anus Crimes.
I like my side.
Clark County Division of Anus
You
Crimes.
think that you're
Stick up for me,
less?
chat.
You think that you're less in the wrong than the person that pooped?
That accidentally
Yes,
left
absolutely.
their poop. Because
Why?
that happens.
Because someone left a chemical bomb here.
It's not. I mean,
there's poop
I guess
particles
it
floating
is.
around right now, being sucked up into our lungs,
But
and I am guilty of not flushing it.
I
you
agree.
also left
I did
the
not
door
leave this
open.
bomb.
No, I agree. I agree with Guapo. He didn't commit the crime. Well, we don't know. Well,
All I'm saying is it seems to be a
person
serial
who-
criminal.
The person who committed the crime is, I think, more guilty or deserves a harsher punishment
Yes.
than the person who didn't clean up the crime.
I think I agree with you.
Right?
yes.
It's like if you murdered somebody and then someone comes in and doesn't clean up the blood, like is the person who doesn't
Whoa,
clean up the blood?
that's-
is it-
Well, you can't
I mean,
disturb the crime scene. He just didn't want to disturb the crime scene.
Right, that's true.
Not,
That
it's
is
illegal.
true. Yeah, I can't believe you didn't
What do
use
we
that.
have? Shit forensics coming in?
Yes.
in
Yes,
the house?
yes. She's sitting right
Absolutely.
here.
I'm right here. I had to see it in person to tell how old it was.
Right.
What did you think?
It looked about 8 to 10 hours.
Oh, man, she's like,
man.
she's measuring the rings in it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, based on the rings
not
in
a
the center
ton
of the
spread.
poo, I would say this
Not-
one's about
Not excessively.
Yeah, like I said, like I would flush the fucking thing, but like
right.
you know, I still think that the person, especially if they did it on purpose,
Mm-hmm.
then they are
Who-
just that's
Who do you think would do it on purpose?
you. I think you would.
Why on
you
earth?
might.
Why on earth? I mean, to be
Why
fair,
on earth?
to be
Why?
fair,
Let me
wait,
tell
wait,
you.
wait.
If he did it
Let me
on
tell you
purpose, he
why.
would own up to
For
it.
the same reason you think Guapo, like, for the same reason you think
No, no.
Guapo
Would
did
frame
it and then
you.
took
By
a
the way,
picture of it, so
Guapo
somebody
is just-
can walk in and admire your masterpiece.
By the way, Guapo
right?
quit. He just stopped doing his job
Yes.
like 5 minutes ago. The camera has only been on me for the last like 8
Oh,
minutes.
Let's go, baby. It
There
ain't
we
looking
go.
good.
Wow,
It
a
ain't
whole
looking good.
35 votes. Let's mail it in. All right. To be fair, I absolutely
You're sounding real guilty.
I
right now.
absolutely would leave it if I knew that this was going to be the result.
And maybe you did. Maybe you're
How
playing
could
for.
I
Maybe you're
have
playing for
ever
it,
seen
because-
this coming?
I think it was an
This
accident.
is why you've been doing it for years. This is why I've had to flush the toilet when I go in to take a piss and I see a fucking turd in there. You know how many times I've just lifted the seat and
God.
went, why?
Wow.
Why?
Do you want to know?
And then
It
I
all
flushed
comes
it. And then
out.
yeah.
Do you want to know how many
Right.
times I've walked into my own personal bathroom and I've seen a shit in there?
How many?
0. Literally never.
Okay.
Just never. It's not something
buying.
that you do. Like
I don't know.
I have a separate water closet
Somebody's doing it.
from my shower. It's not
Somebody
the last time I
on
didn't
this
flush.
podcast is doing it.
Listen,
I don't know who it is.
I'll tell this story because it's a
find
funny
out.
one and we can end on it. The last time I didn't flush, and I was traumatized by this. So if this is
Oh, this
any
is a great story.
any idea as to how conscientious I am of flushing, this is it. When I was a sophomore in college, we had our own apartments. It was me and 4 baseball guys living there. My friend, or my teammate, was dating a senior in high school. She came over with her best friend who was a freshman in college. They were hanging out. Practice ended. I had to go grab a shower, right? So I head in to take a shower. Before I showered, I had to take a shit. And I dropped a bomb. Now, her and her friend, they were hanging out for a while. I'd met them a bunch. Like, we had hung out. Her friend was Megan. I liked Megan. Megan was hot. She was really flirty, you know, no big deal. We were kind of vibing a little bit, but I didn't think anything of it. They're just hanging out, you know, playing fucking drinking games in the living room, whatever. So I'm in the shower, and I didn't put the seat down because why would I?
You pooped before you showered
Of course.
to hide the smell from the hot girls.
Not even to
correct?
hide the smell. You just, you know, it wouldn't be very cleanly.
You didn't want them to know you're pooping.
Correct. But I mean, it also just, you know, order of events, it just makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going into a giant bidet.
Okay.
So I'm showering away, soaping up. All of a sudden, I hear the door open. I'm like, what the hell? It's Megan coming in to shower with me, who makes it exactly 2 steps in before she looks to her left and goes, oh my God!
She saw your poop and did not want to get in the shower.
Correct.
Wait,
It's
did
correct.
I miss? Why did you not
Why
flush?
didn't you flush? Yeah.
The shower was running.
Was that a habitual?
Okay.
This was Pennsylvania, man. These pipes are connected. You can't flush and not
Well, he
get a
had to run
scorching
the
hot shower.
before he started pooping, so they wouldn't know he was pooping.
But if you flush, you get a scorching hot shower, and it's not like you're in the shower. It's only hot for a second or two.
What a good
It's hot
point,
long
Brian.
enough.
What do you
just
mean?
Flush when you get out. Nobody flushes the toilet in Pennsylvania when the shower is running.
I've never
Brian sounds
took a
like he
poop
has. And
and
I
then,
grew up
and
in
then
Pennsylvania.
showered and then got out and flushed it.
Come on, bro.
I've never. That's never happened in
Bro.
my entire life.
I've done that.
How rich were you
I have
growing
done
up?
it.
Has nothing to do with being
oh,
rich.
no, this is.
But I don't think this
Ask-
really helps your case because it
ask
just sort of
anyone.
shows that you are willing to leave poop.
Ask
in the
any of our
toilet.
friends.
Yes, this is not helping your case at all.
I don't think this is a good
and
story
if you
for
were,
your
and
case.
then if this happened and then you were so traumatized by it happening, you think that you would look before you
Right.
closed the
Why
toilet.
would I need to look? I knew that I
doesn't
consciously left it there.
I'm saying I'm saying
thought
now,
I was in the privacy of my own
now
bathroom.
you're saying you flush, but you don't look to see if it goes down. If you were so traumatized by this event, then why wouldn't you look to make sure it goes down from here on out?
I mean,
This is not adding up, Burke.
my
None of
faith-
it's adding
It's not
up.
adding up.
The story is
You're
not
not
adding
helping
up.
your defense
No.
here, I think.
My faith
Yeah.
in toilets is
Right. This is why
reasonably high.
murderers should not take the stand because
No.
he just got
You should
caught
have
on the
pleaded the
stand.
fifth.
This is what happened.
I think this is a good way to introduce Kier. Does somebody want to
guest.
give him the question in a most non-biased way? Melissa, do you want to fill him
bro.
in?
Sure. Hypothetically speaking, if someone were to leave poop in the toilet and then someone else was going to find that poop, send a photo to everybody, but not flush it, who is more in the wrong? The person who left the poop or the person who took the photo without flushing it?
It seems like normal behavior from both parties. I don't know.
Both are acceptable in the
I
Keir's
think
law.
I've been in like both scenarios actually.
And did
Okay.
you flush when you walked up on a poo?
No. We're asking who's more at fault.
What's the issue? What's the problem?
Well, he found a rogue poo.
So yeah, he
And
went.
did
He
not
went, he
flush
went
it.
in the
He's saying
bathroom.
that's just another
He went in
day.
the bathroom to do number one, and he lifts
Who's
the
he?
toilet. Guapo.
Yes.
So-
Found poop in the toilet.
Yeah, and so he opens it up and he just sees a giant log, right? And he's like, "What the fuck? Why didn't somebody poop? Or why didn't somebody flush?" And then he's like, "This is insane. I have to take a picture of this and let everyone know." Takes a picture and then just walks out and just leaves it there for the next person to see.
No, hold on a second. It
Actually,
wasn't
he
done
left
with
it there for
malice.
you to see.
I
It
left
Wasn't
it
done
there
with
for-
malice. Who did
I-
you think was going to clean up the mess?
Okay,
The guy who
one-
left the log.
Well, no one
That's
knows.
Guapo's
No one
argument.
knows.
This man is reasonable.
The log has been there for probably at least a day.
8 to 10
It's still
hours.
there.
Well, no, because Landon did the
Landon's
responsible thing
responsible
and flushed
Does that
it.
mean
So
that
it was
Landon-
Landon's log.
Does that mean that was Landon?
It would be like coming
I don't
home
think
and
so.
seeing that Rudy took a shit in the middle of the floor and then just taking a picture of it and saying like, hey,
No,
Rudy shit in the middle
it's
of the
not
floor
the
and then
same.
leaving.
It's not the
Melissa, do you
same.
live here?
At this place?
Yeah, yeah.
No.
Nobody lives here.
This is a
This is just enough.
So that log. Well, could that log be anyone's here?
Anyone
Not me.
except for Melissa.
I think
was not
Melissa's
here
innocent.
yesterday.
I was gonna say I think it's Melissa.
But yeah, that was.
Yeah.
She would have been the
Well, I
leading
have an
suspect as
alibi.
well. But yeah, she wasn't here.
And
It was half the size of
leading
Melissa, so it's not.
You have been defending this pooper for the whole night.
Because I think whoever it is, it's an unfortunate turn of events, and I think it's way more ridiculous to
I
like
mean,
walk up on the
he's
mess
It's
Guilty.
written all over your face, Berk.
and just not do it.
Jesus
Like,
Christ.
Was it that toilet, the one with the cereal bowl from last time?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yes, I forgot about that. Last time Kira was here, he goes to the bathroom. He comes back. He goes, "Who was eating Captain Crunch on the shitter?"
Oh, that was Landon. 100%.
It's 100%
Landon.
No, it's not. That's disgusting feral behavior.
I thought you admitted to it.
The only
No.
person
He kind of did actually.
who eats nonstop to the point where they're putting it in while it's coming out is Landon.
That's true.
No, I wouldn't do
Could it
that.
have been Conrad?
Eating while shitting.
Conrad is not here to defend his case.
This reminds me of the League episode where somebody would like brush their teeth in the bathroom like while pooping.
This does all low key sound like a chain of events that Conrad would be involved
Do you
in some
think
capacity.
it could have been Conrad?
I think it could have been any of us, but yeah, I think Conrad and I are leading suspects.
You
I
are
think
for
Landon's
sure
number
number
third.
one
I am
suspect
not-
just based
I'm
on
not-
your behavior.
I'm only number one because I was here the longest yesterday,
No,
but
no,
I
that's
for
not why you're number
sure
one.
shit when I came home.
You're number one.
Wait a minute.
sound
Can we
so
talk about the
guilty.
misdirection that it's somehow me? What the fuck
Well,
are we doing?
he's pulling out all the stops.
Why could you not have pooped?
We've all very clearly addressed that we make sure that it leaves the toilet area, except for you.
I mean, I don't think
You're the only
that's-
person that doesn't see if
I'm
it
just
goes
being-
Not
down.
even
I'm just
that.
being
It's just that
honest.
he's been defending the mystery pooper.
Yes.
Very, very
Yes.
strongly defending
Right.
this person.
Bow, bow.
My defense of the mystery pooper is in order to turn the attention to the real crime here.
Yes, I'm sure you'd like
The
to
heinous
turn the
non-flush by Guapo. Imagine that you
is
would have just
bullshit.
walked up on this now stale
No.
36-hour poo because this man willingly chose not to flush.
Listen,
Hold on a second.
nobody's
we still
saying
haven't- we
that
still
what-
haven't got a verdict from Kier. Who's more at fault?
Bro, if I walk up on someone's shit in my toilet, I'm not responsible for flushing that.
Thank you.
Come on.
Are you
Done.
fucking
I
kidding
mean,
me?
it's
Come
the poll is 70-30.
I think you're all a bunch of fucking animals.
He's really guilty.
You're just all a bunch of animals.
Yeah, but why
He's
would you
so
want to
clearly
have it just?
guilty.
Why would you want it in there?
Right. If not
I
you,
don't want it in there, but someone needs to take responsibility.
Thank you.
if not you, then who?
The guy who did it.
Yes.
What? He
But
might be
the thing
gone.
is,
But what if
thing
the
is,
guy who did
the
it
guy that did
does
it wouldn't
not wanna own
remember,
up to
or they
it?
wouldn't remember that they did, because they thought that they did flush.
Imagine if Rob took this stance as the gym owner. You know, somebody just leaves a floater in the old bathroom, and he comes out. He goes, "Hey, oh shit in the bathroom!" Everybody just looks around like, I don't know, cause it wasn't me. He's like, "I ain't flushing it until somebody owns up to it."
All right. Well,
I
the
would be
final
okay with
verdict is, according to the chat, that Berkey is more guilty for pooping in the
I don't know why you keep throwing this on me, but like, if you need me to be the poop martyr,
I've never seen anyone
That's
more
fine.
guilty.
I know,
That's
me
fine.
either. Me either.
Right, no.
I
the
agree.
thing is
For
that
someone who's known
written
Berkey
all over your face.
the longest, this guy.
the thing is,
this
I
guy's
just have a
fucking
high
lying.
degree of confidence that I know for a fact I emptied the bowels
You're not
when I
making
got
yourself
here
look good,
downstairs.
cuz.
Wait,
So it's fine.
So was it like a loose poop? Like
Oh no,
Oh,
it
no,
was,
no, no. This thing was
it was a
majestic.
monster. I'll
Yeah.
forward it
it was
to you.
thick.
I'll forward it to you. Don't
It
worry,
was
I got
thick?
it. Yeah.
So
And-
I don't think it's you because you eat all those bacon
No.
and eggs.
Oh,
bro,
no.
you are so
don't
wrong.
know.
I think his poop is real
He
loose.
eats 90%
No.
pancakes.
No,
Oh, I
no.
Dude, it's all protein.
You know what? I
Yeah.
do take it back, Melissa. This one isn't that big.
No, like
It's not that big.
wait, was
Yeah,
it?
it's
what-
not-
but anyway,
was the poop floating
we
or
don't
was?
need to like belabor on
Well, it's
the texture.
it's poking through. Well, what it is there's a real lack of water.
So you can't tell if it was floating because, like, you know, it depends on how much fat someone eats. Something like if there's a lot of fat in the poop, it's gonna float real high.
Yeah, it looks a little soft.
Berkey eats a lot of fat.
Listen, it was
He eats a lot of
Berkey's.
fat.
I mean, it's
I've seen pictures of his
It
poop. It
filled the
doesn't
bowl.
always float.
He eats a
it
lot of
filled the bowl.
protein too. which
There's
can
nothing to float.
bind
This
you
one's
up.
sticking right up. But I do stand by the lack of pee. I think that this was just a sheer accident. You know, not that you really.
This fucking
Whoever
guy's
did
so
it, I
greedy.
mean, they're
Really
totally
unlucky.
fine.
Really unlucky.
And probably a great guy.
I think Guavo had an opportunity to show a little grace and humility. And, you know,
Yeah, just blame it
In
on
the
me.
car, I was like, this was definitely Berkey.
Yeah,
because
me
he
too.
poops at the office the
I know.
most.
He's like the only one who poops here.
Yeah.
that is absolutely false. Absolutely false. Just because you guys all sneak them in and think that I don't fucking know.
I never.
I walked in the bathroom last week and I thought something died in there. And
Well,
if
you
you're
should
gonna
have
try
flushed
Well, it
after
looks
you
like
were
we need to set up a security camera
whoa.
outside of the
Easy with
bathroom.
your fucking kinks over here. Okay.
Outside of the bathroom, not in the bathroom.
All right.
So that's illegal.
All right. So we're out of the muck then.
Wow, 72%. Yeah, you're.
Yeah, you guys all fucking gaslighting me. Of course, everybody loves the pile on. Who doesn't love?
I
Who
don't know,
doesn't
man.
love the pitchfork?
I really think that like if you see it and you leave it there, that's really bad.
I agree.
That's
Thank
really
you,
bad.
No
Landon.
one. No
Well,
one
you're
is
both going to
not
be
saying
facing.
that's bad.
Listen, you're both
No.
going
We
to be
all
facing
agree
prison
that that's
time.
bad.
Okay,
I just thought it
Melissa,
was
not
what
as
is the
bad.
what is the charge? What are
right.
they guilty of
So,
and how long?
in this court,
Final verdict.
final verdict is
Sentencing.
Berkey
Sentencing.
is sentenced to 7 years in state prison
Jesus
for his
Christ.
crime. Guapo,
Good. I'll get hard.
3 years with community service.
Thank you. And probation after.
If you're in good behavior, you may be let out early. Berkey, it's going to be tough to get let out early.
Without the possibility of parole.
That's
Maybe a
fine.
possibility of parole.
I'll take my talents right up to the state penitentiary. It's fine by me.
Goodbye.
What?
The state pen.
What are your talents at the state penitentiary?
Shitting in public, apparently.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Shitting in front of
It is
another
decided.
person.
It really is a late night pod, isn't it?
Yeah, things don't go well after 6 p.m. But what are you gonna do? All right, half of us played the NAPT yesterday. Myself, Guapo, Landon, and Hunt. Guapo, you and me, we're casualties. How did
Yeah,
they get you, buddy?
I was the loudest guy about the last longer bet, so
Yeah.
it only serves that I was the first
Shit.
one out.
Well, that
We're
was
live toward
bound to
us.
happen. How did they get you?
What was this gentleman's name again?
Scott Ball?
Yeah, Scott Ball. He cracked my aces.
Mm.
Then he cracked the jacks.
Yeah.
Was not a good day.
I had a similar tale. Fate. I had aces cracked by one Matt Hunt who bagged heaps.
At least he did
7
right with your
starting
chips.
stacks?
What's that?
Was it no, not 27. Almost 10 starting stacks.
Well, he bagged like just shy of 300. Yeah. Same with you, Landon. Just shy of 300. So yeah,
Nice.
just about 10 starting stacks. Yeah, I thought I was playing the hand a bit tricky. I opened black aces off of 25 blinds. He defended. Came king 9-9 all black. He checked. I checked back.
I think this is good.
Yeah. Then the turn was black king. Now not so great. Check again. River was like an offsuit 4. He bet pot. I beat a lot of bluffs. I call. He had the queen 9-0. Very unlucky for me.
Wow.
Yep. And I got my last 9 blinds in dead. It was bad. It was a punt.
Uh-oh.
It was an open, and I rejammed 9 blinds with king queen off.
Open from where?
Low jack.
Maybe.
Oh,
Doesn't
it's a
sound
little
that
early.
bad.
It's not great. He had
Pat-
kings. What if I told you he had kings?
That sounds awful.
He had kings. I stand up. I'm like, good game, everybody. Nice playing with you. Good luck, Matt. And then the board comes out like jack high, all black. And I was like, very unfortunate. I start to walk away. I go,
Turn to 10.
hold on. I have spades. It turns to the 6 of spades. I go, I have spades. And then the river's like 9 of clubs. All right, fuck you guys. Thanks for the sweat. We'll see you guys later.
At least you got the sweat. That's all
Yeah.
you can ask
Yep.
for.
I didn't want the sweat. I was already 3 tables over.
Melissa, you're playing tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, nice.
I mean, that's the only day.
It's Tortoise and
That is
Melissa.
It's the
day,
last
yeah.
day.
Are you guys going on time?
Not maybe directly on time. Well, it starts at 11, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get down there around 1-ish.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably same.
Sounds about right.
You going to play Kier?
Fuck no.
No, you
Wait,
don't
what's
believe
the
me?
buy-in?
1650.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
No.
There
He
might
said
be an
no.
overlay. What did they guarantee? 1.5 million?
1.5.
Anybody know how many runners they had yesterday?
180.
Okay. Probably not going to be. Wait, that both flights combined?
No.
Just the first
Just
flight.
the
I think the
first
second flight was small though.
one.
Only,
Yeah, I
only
mean,
7 people
you can
bagged. I
max
think?
late register at 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah. It's a long flight.
Everyone knows the last
I feel like
flight
Kier might do that.
gets the most. You know,
Yeah,
the last day is
I can
going to
see
get the
that.
most.
That's when I wake up.
So they need 1,000 runners over the 6 flights?
Yes.
It's going to be close.
A little
Probably not.
more, right? Because of rake?
Yeah, a little more.
Slightly more.
They probably didn't get 300 yesterday total.
No, they did
Yeah,
not.
no shot.
No.
right?
How many people are in those late flights? Not many.
Not
Not
many.
many. I mean, it's a 6 p.m. start and then max late reg at 2:30.
Yeah.
Imagine playing for that long and it's 2:30 in the morning. You're like, well, because it's a good time to fire, better than any other time.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll wake up at 2:30 and go fire another shell.
I'll go with you. If you
yeah.
fire a shell at 2:30, I'll
a
come.
turbo,
Okay.
so-
That's perfect.
The last one tomorrow is a turbo,
I,
apparently.
unlike you, am a responsible man. I'm going to be at work tomorrow at 10 a.m. at the Bellagio Bobby's room where I belong.
They invited me tomorrow. I was just like, nah.
No, you can't be bothered. It's too early.
Early.
I understand. I'm up at 6 a.m.
Hey
on
man,
the fucking grind.
that game is fucking tough.
Yeah.
They talk about Bobby's room like it's some legend, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, real tough. You just walk in, make the nuts 3 times, and get handed 100K.
Yeah, it was nice.
It's a tough day.
Easy game.
I cracked your kings, didn't I, buddy?
Yeah, you played a nice 5-bit pot, cracked my kings.
Oof. I like the part where you called off an all-in on the turn with the kings on an ace board.
It was for half pot, man.
Yeah, great call.
For half
I gotta be
pot.
real creative in my bluffs there, but
I don't think you do.
I don't know. Okay.
I mean, if you have 7 deuce at all, which maybe
It's
you don't.
always. Well, if he has 7 deuce.
Well, there was a deuce on the board, so you could have 7 deuce, I guess. But it would have to just be the suited variety, I
7
suppose.
on the board, right?
No, it was ace 5 deuce brick.
Man, you got fucked. Turn was a 7.
Was it?
Yeah.
No.
7 deuce was two
I
pair.
remember I could beat 7 deuce.
Okay.
Might have been a 6.
Okay.
Could have been a 6.
Might have been a 6.
They announced the loose cannons yesterday, and lo and behold, 2 very good friends of the pod.
Friends of the pod.
One, Nikki Limo, our executive producer. Big shout out to Nikki. And one, Lily
Look
Newhouse.
how cute she is.
She loves that furry hat. Loves the furry hat.
It's
one,
giving
lucky.
Eskimo vibes.
Right. One, Lily Newhouse, former Academy attendee. Lamanna, I've known Lily for 15 years, maybe.
Basically, since
we moved here.
Yeah. Been grinding the 2-5 game at Red Rock with her back in the day.
Yeah. Huge opportunity to both of them. 50K is nothing to sneeze at.
So if they win more, they get to keep all of it?
The profit.
Everything above the 50K.
Right. So if they win 100K, they keep 50.
Yeah.
Correct.
So I want to talk a little bit about the strategy behind this because I find it fascinating. There's some big brains in this room where you guys can
Thank
give us a
you.
little bit of feedback. If you're the loose cannon, right, and more specifically, like
Aw.
you're in Lily and Nikki's shoes, where you're not playing 100, 200 regularly. 50,000's a lot of money.
50,000.
But you're free rolling the buy-in and can't keep any of it. What kind of strategy are we taking to a $100, $200, $200 ante game where it's pot limit pre-flop and no limit post? How?
I mean, Nikki's a self-admitted OMC.
Correct. I don't think that works here, though.
I don't think so either.
It only works if she will still get paid if she makes the nuts.
Yeah.
100, 200 with a 200 ante.
Pot limit pre, no limit post.
Okay, so you can't just be like jamming all
No.
in, like with 10 hands to go or whatever.
Correct.
You're still gonna. Wow, I sound like Landon now.
I heard it.
What do you think here? How do you? You're a maniac.
Mm-hmm.
How would you go about this?
Okay, so loose cannon is like they sponsor someone to play in this game,
They
Yeah.
give them 50K
and you're
whatever.
free rolling the buy-in, but you only get profit.
Yes.
Only
Correct.
profits, and then also thinking from the vantage point of, and this isn't necessarily true,
And
but
it's pot limit pre.
correct. It's
And
pot
it's
limit
a-
pre,
what is
no
the
limit.
reason
post.
150
behind that, by the
hands
way?
total.
So they
And
can't
no
just
limit post.
jam.
No limit post. You get to play 150 hands and that's it.
Yeah.
150 hands.
But think of it also from this standpoint, and this isn't true of Nikki and Lily, but I think the idea behind the loose cannon is that they are allegedly losing in the game. So like imagine that you're
That's the whole premise.
yeah, the premise is that you're like maybe losing a couple big blinds per 100.
I mean,
Well-
you just fucking blast.
Yeah, I thought that was the premise of the
you-
loose cannon.
Max fucking
Yes.
variance, like you decide to go really, really thin
Yeah.
and lots of bluffs.
Ironically, I think that's the exact opposite of how almost everyone approaches the loose cannon strategy.
Well,
no,
of
like
course,
you
'cause
literally,
it's,
you just like
huge
open
for
king
the
10.
loose
If you flop a
cannons.
10, you just bet like fucking 10K into 5K if you can,
Right.
and just try and get it in. And if you lose it, you fucking lose it. Who cares? You free roll.
Yeah.
If you double up, you double up.
Yeah. Doubling.
That's exactly what I did. I just play like there was a giant bounty on my stack because my stack's worth fucking nothing.
Yes. I think that's a really
But your stack is
Sharp
worth
take.
something.
Not to me.
right. It's only worth something to your opponents.
Yeah.
And yeah, there is this weird. Well, so the lineups kind of equal it out too, because there's a lot of splashers in these lineups, right? Like Jennifer Tilly's going to play, Phil Locke is going to play, Michael Ian Black is in there, Arden Cho is in there, Keating. Oh,
It is a little different though, because the loose cannon, when I watched it, was like they had like a psychic on. It was like
Right.
people that have never played poker before.
Correct.
Lily's been playing for.
yeah,
like,
that's what I mean. I
20 years.
don't even think either of them are losing in these lineups. But it almost doesn't matter because you only you don't care about like your hourly in a game like
Right.
this.
Yeah.
Right. You're trying to heave.
Well, you have just one shot.
Yeah, like
one
you
opportunity.
truly are pretty desperate to like double up. I see what you did
Can you
there.
rebuy if you lose?
No,
Okay, like let's say she loses.
You're out.
And then she pulls 50K.
no.
From
Although
where?
that would be fucking
That'd
dope.
be baller.
But the I think the point of it was that they got non-professionals so that that didn't present itself
Right.
as an option.
Yeah.
You lose it, it's gone.
I guess.
It's got blasted, man.
So the strategy you think is to just go balls to the wall, find some equity, a high
Experience.
equity hand, just get it, go with it.
I mean, that's how I play normally. But
Right.
Yeah, I think that would be a
And
pretty
the-
good strategy.
Okay, so say that works out,
Mhm.
and you is
double
it-
up.
Yeah, or you double, or maybe you.
What if you double up first hand and now
Yeah, but what if you get to like 25K? 25K, you're up 25K, or you're up a 50K. When do you start scaling it back?
I know our Nikki's
Wait,
gonna lock it up.
Personally,
then.
for me, like I go balls to the wall nonstop. But like you'd have to ask Nikki like what her
Right.
threshold is.
Yeah,
Because this
yeah, I
isn't
get-
poker for her. This is like a fucking
It's a
little
tournament.
gotcha.
in
It's a
some
gotcha
regards.
game.
Yeah.
You know.
right,
Yeah.
and it's
She wants
pro-
to hit 25K and lock it up. Good for her.
Yeah, I mean,
It's really hard to lock it up though.
that's the thing. Yeah.
Is there a
it's-
VPIP thing?
No, but
Fucking fold.
I think they're playing. I think they're playing seven-handed, and
dude, look at Scotty Boom Bots.
with the blinds in ante, you're gonna get hit. I mean,
It depends on how many hands are left.
Okay, if you just
obviously.
decided to play like really fucking premium hands with 100. Okay, let's say you get 25K and 75 hands. You play premium hands for the next 75 hands. You're fine.
Yeah.
yeah,
Print.
yeah. I mean, to blind if you just blind it off, assuming that you get like call it 20 orbits or so, you're looking at like 10K. So essentially,
Okay.
yeah,
But
essentially
I mean,
like
for
if
her,
you-
that's like not bad. She
Right,
locks up 15K
Yeah.
for
essentially
fun,
if
for
you
free.
if you double up, you could fold your way
Bro, that would be sick. You double up and be like, all right, 40K, let's go.
or just like walk off
Fold.
stage.
Yeah. I gotta go
I'm
leave a
feeling really
floater in his.
I got a
Hey,
plane to
someone
catch.
left a floater.
Scheduled to leave a floater at the Only Friends studio. So imagine it was Nikki the whole time. She has a key.
yeah, I mean, I guess basically you could figure out exactly how much you're going to get, right? So if you look
To some degree.
this is how many hands are left. This is how many which you can figure out how many orbits, and then you can just like say if I just folded every hand,
Yeah.
I would blind off X amount of dollars. Am I
Yeah.
okay with that?
Yeah, I think it's really important to kind of lean heavy into understanding like what Kier's point is, and it's recognizing that the threshold for value changes for you. Like basically wherever the point of indifference is, you are no longer in tough spots, right? Because it's not that important for you to ever lose the minimum or not to overvalue a hand.
So was Nadia a loose cannon back in the
It
day?
is.
And that's why she's.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
that's
won big,
pretty cool.
I think.
Yeah,
There
she
is
did
an
well.
ICM of sorts.
Once you start
Right.
winning, no,
even before you win, like, because like when you're in a tournament, right? Like,
Bonmo looks like a vampire.
I don't really understand ICM, but when you're in a tournament, right? Like your chips aren't worth anything anymore, really,
Right.
Because they're just the fucking chips, and so that's what she has. She just has the fucking chips,
Yeah.
and like if she loses it all, then she doesn't have any chance to like make
Right,
more money
right.
later.
There
There is a solve.
Right, having
yeah.
some money in front of you is worth something because
Yeah.
it allows you to the ability to potentially double up.
Right.
There's one other caveat which I don't know if they're doing it again this time, but
The person who wins the most, right?
right. So, but before, when they had the big game, it was like
You want a passport.
The loose cannon. Whoever won the most out of all the loose cannons got a passport.
They got some
sort
money
of
for
prize.
tournaments. They got like a
Right.
I think it
Is
was
that
10K,
happening now?
10K, 20K,
Or no?
something like that. I have no idea.
And
Those prizes
not, 'cause
seem
it's only
quite
two.
small
I
for what
would
they're risking.
assume no if there's only two loose cannons.
Right.
Like it's not something that one
I
versus
feel
one.
like the the big prize was more than just a couple buy-ins.
Might have
It
been
was
50K.
or maybe it was
It was
an
like
extra
50K.
50K
It was
or
like 50K
100K.
in tournaments,
in
like
buy-ins?
stars buy-ins.
Yeah.
And then like they accommodated travel and stuff.
Okay, that's not
But
nothing.
I don't know if that's
Seems
on the
unlikely.
table. Yeah, I would assume
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
I would assume that the 50K. I mean, it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like in itself, free 50K,
Yeah.
get a chance to gamble and win. And
It's
the lineups
really-
are pretty sick too.
It's really sick for everybody else playing in the lineup because essentially
Yeah.
this is the equivalent of you getting paid to be
Mhm.
there.
Mm-hmm.
In
yeah,
some
it's
regard.
dope. It's you get paid kind of an hourly.
A little bit. I mean, you're really only getting paid whatever the loss rate becomes from their strategy, and they might not even have one.
What a
like, if
fucking
they're
goat,
good.
dude! What a legendary clip.
They
Look
Yeah,
at
that guy
him.
was sick.
That's E-dub. That's E-money. Here for big money on the big game. I
Oh
remember
yeah,
that.
Helmuth is playing again too.
Is he?
If that wasn't obvious.
They almost needed your card.
But yeah, I think that it's just like really important to recognize how much value there is in leaning into the variance. So if you flop 2 overs in a flush draw, there's really very
Can't be
little.
that fucked up.
Yeah, there's like very little desire. I mean, whenever you have 50K, I guess there's like kind of the ICM pressure that you're speaking of, where you kind of want to preserve your stack a little bit and not gamble quite as hard. But that really diminishes fast. So say you lose half of your stack, there isn't very much ICM pressure anymore because the best you can do is get back to even, which is worth nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you're running out of time.
Yeah.
Running out of
Right.
hands.
I mean, everybody has a different
Yeah.
threshold for the amount of money that they could potentially win that is life-changing to some degree. You win 50K, it's a lot.
It's just every hand becomes so incredibly important, right? Like flopping top pair good kicker in a 3-bet pot, hand 5, has to be worth stacks. Whereas like that becomes obvious to you when it's hand 145.
Yeah.
Are the pros are they capped? So like let's say Nikki gets up to like she doubles up to 100. Can the
I
pros
think it's a
like
50K
cover her?
cap.
That would be funny.
so can they like put more
Pretty
money on the
based,
table?
huh?
I think
Pros
it's a
keep dumping money
I think
on
it's
the
a
table.
50K cap.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Nikki doubles, everyone just goes into their backpacks and puts more money. She doubles again, they do it again.
We know her
Lots of
strategy
upside.
for she's told us her
Slow and
strategy.
steady wins the race.
Well, she's like double up and quit kind of person.
Yeah, she's told us this before at,
Right.
at much lower stakes.
Yeah, I don't think this is a slow and
So,
steady type of thing.
I
No,
wonder
you
if
get
it will
fucked if you do
translate.
that.
Right. It's
fucked.
it's actually quite the opposite because the clock starts to work in your favor
So-
if you double up early.
Yeah.
Because now you can fold out if you want, or you can get so selective that you're literally only set mining and playing aces type of
Right.
thing.
Like if you fold out in the beginning, and
Right.
then you kind of it's
you
like
try to
crunch
ramp it up at the
time.
end.
Yeah.
All you're doing is making yourself emotionally comfortable,
Yes.
but like you're in a shit spot.
Yeah.
Because now you're getting called later, and like you really have
And
to
you might
find
double it up
hands.
to like 3K profit or
Yeah,
something. So
exactly.
Right. Like it's almost at some point benefit. Like you have to just be all in later. Like let's say you still have your 50K starting stack with 10 hands left.
Yeah,
Like you have to do something.
yeah. I don't think it's. I don't
Even
think
if
it's.
you have 30K, like you just have to sail it in.
I
Yeah.
don't think it's very far off of starting stack before you have to start to develop a limping strategy due to the pot limit nature pre.
Limping is pimping.
Like I could imagine somewhere around like 35 to
How does it
40K.
change with pot limit pre?
Well, you can't get all in. I
Right.
mean, it's hard to get all in. Let's put it
But
that
how's
way.
the strategy?
Well, what I'm saying, I guess, is that due to the fact that it's difficult to get all in pre, and there's very little incentive for them to reopen the action for you, the best thing that you can do if you're stuck is start limping because people will reopen that action. And now at least you can repot for a more significant
Then
amount than if you
repop.
just open
Yeah,
pre.
you'd have to have a pretty good strategy that you can't just be getting in there and just limping anything
I
without.
mean, you kind of could.
What a
Right?
hilarious.
You want to see flops and you want to try to be all in.
That's true. That's true too.
So
right.
like,
You're looking to flop a high equity hand and get it in.
there's nothing limited. If
Yeah.
it limps around 7 ways a bunch of times when you're limping pre and you flop it just turns into bomb pots and you just start like 3x potting post, great. Like nobody can
Yeah.
they can't prevent you from playing high variance after the flop.
Right.
You just become the drunk guy who's like, I got a pair, 10x pot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like if they have better or they want to gamble with you, they just do. And you live with the results. I don't
That's
know,
a good
man.
thing to do against Helmuth.
Yes. Oh my God, yes.
He does not
oh
want
my
to play
God,
the big
he's
pots.
he has got to be the loose cannon's fucking wet dream.
Oh,
If you flop
yeah.
a pair against Helmuth, just jam.
Right,
He'll need top set to call you.
right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you don't want to do it with a pair. You want to do it with nothing.
Well, true. Yeah.
Right.
Just flop a gut shot versus Helmuth. You're all in.
Yeah.
Just like force him to, because like that's the thing is he knows that you're more willing to take on variance, and he's still so uncomfortable with risk that if you just like rip open enders on him on like, you know, jack high boards, he's not going to start calling off queen jack.
Right.
He's just gonna.
I hope Nikki flops a gut shot against him, fucking jams it in, and
then
he just has
windmills
top.
it.
He just has top set and calls, and they run it 3 times, and she just drills. Runs it 4 times and just hits everyone.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm much more invested in this than knowing that like Nikki's playing.
Is it
Yeah.
live
Oh,
or is
for
it
sure.
like we watch it later on?
That's a good question. I was of the impression that they were filming this to create episodes later,
It
Yeah.
sounded that way.
but I'm also of the impression that this is going to live on YouTube. So I don't know. Maybe they'll actually put the live stream out
That
somewhere.
would be cool.
It would be fun to watch. Like, yeah, I know it's going to turn into like, you know, 3 20-minute episodes or whatever,
if
but I
it
would
was the
happily watch
initial-
6
yeah,
hours.
And
right?
how's this
Me
working?
too.
Are they going to do this at every stop then?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
I don't think they've released a full schedule yet, so we
haven't.
don't know where the next NAPT is going to
We
be.
do not know where it is, but I think they have agreed to 4 stops
Okay.
in the U.S. next
It
year.
would seem
Okay.
like that's an expensive undertaking to make a YouTube show, to spend $100K per stop.
They
but
got money.
They got money.
They got money. They got the bags.
They got the bags.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it would be pretty
And it's
nice.
not a guaranteed loss, right? It's like
Right, right,
if
exactly.
they win, they get their money back.
Yeah. Or even if they
Or
don't lose 50K.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting, right? Like, we've been clamoring that stream TV or stream poker needs a resurgence, kind of needs a little bit of a little defibrillator, if you will.
This is a
This
good
could be
spot. This could be it. People are more interested in this because there's a fun element to it.
It's also really good for the players. You know, Kier, you play on stream a lot. We don't get shit. You know, I mean, maybe
He's like, you don't? I do.
You don't?
like, I get $2K an hour. No, but I mean, like a lot of these scenarios are just kind of like production houses calling in favors and not realizing that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, hey, are you free on November 19th? We're running a game. It's like, yeah.
I think there was a period where like everyone was like so in to be on stream, and then
Well, yeah, they got paid kind of.
well, no, but I mean after that,
Oh,
like recently,
probably some of it's for like personal marketing purposes.
right?
You get to be known a little bit.
Yeah, when
That stuff's dead now, though.
I
Yeah.
remember everybody
Seems
kind
to-
of like being open and willing, it was like when PokerGo first launched, like 2017-ish.
Poker was pretty based back then.
PokerGo first launched, Live at the Bike was still like, you know, doing well, but not running high stakes yet.
Mhm.
And people were just like very willing to play. Like they wanted to play. The games were good too. But like getting on PokerGo lineups, like you got to play some iconic spots. Like you got to play Poker After Dark. We all grew up watching that. You got to play high stakes poker at some point and stuff like that. But it's certainly lost its allure now that there's a live stream literally 7 days a week.
Yeah.
From 3 different locations with the same
Yeah.
recycled 27
There's
players.
definitely more saturation now by a long shot.
Right. Like Kier's been playing poker how long? 3 years?
3.5.
3.5 years?
Three maybe.
I've seen more fucking
Kier footage.
this face
Hey, Kitty.
on the internet than anybody who's only been in the game for 3 years should ever be able to say.
Yeah.
And it's obviously
a
not
good
just
thing?
you. It's just a thing,
It's just a thing.
right?
Wait, can we hold on?
Go on.
Real quick on
Yeah.
the loose
Why
cannon.
you look so like you're crouchy?
He left the shit.
He's pooping right
He's pooping
now.
right now.
Look at him, bro. He looks like
No,
a
I'm
fucking,
locked in,
he looks
man.
like a
I'm
rock-
locked in.
You do look locked in.
You look
I'm
like
fucking locked in.
like
I'm
a
ready to stack
raccoon.
off.
Like, yeah.
Bro, if you see me in a hand like this, like I'm either bluffing or I have it.
You're
That's
polarized.
most hands.
Yeah, that's
I mean, that's basically
We've
any
seen
hand of
enough.
poker.
We've
Yeah,
seen
you either
enough.
have it or you don't.
Go on, the loose cannon.
Loose cannon. I know you guys are talking, but like, shouldn't she just run it once?
Yeah, that's actually a really
Yeah,
good
of course. I think
Yeah.
it's a course.
Never run it twice, right?
Yeah.
Because she's free rolling. She doesn't want to chop,
correct.
so she
Chopping
needs
is
to run
bad.
it once. Like even if you have like fucking 20%,
You want that variance,
you
baby.
want that fucking
Oh, you
variance because that
desperately
variance
want
is
that
worth like strict fucking money.
Yeah, I think
That's
maybe
straight
the
And the
only
less
time
variance it is, like the less money it's worth.
maybe the only time that changes is if you're a dog for your life.
If you're a dog and it's very early on,
Right. 100 hands to go. You're a dog. You're all in for your seat.
You're a dog, but you got that dog.
Yeah,
in
if
you.
it's late, you definitely want to run it.
You run
twice.
it 5 times.
yeah, maybe like the first maybe the first 20 hands you run it more than once. But after that I'm fucking run it half the time. I don't care. Like
You only see a turn.
It's like, actually, I don't want to run it at all. Let's just take our equity chop.
That's money, man.
Yeah, no, that's true.
I got
That
I got a flush draw and flop. I only see the turn though.
That actually is a really fantastic point because one of the most iconic hands is the Ace 9 versus King spot.
Versus Wiggins.
Where Wiggins decides to or agrees to run it 4 times. And the irony is the proper strategy there was probably to run it once.
Yeah.
He would have lost the first run.
Yeah, he would have,
and then he scoops the next 3.
Yeah.
Although he may have been winning at that point, in which case now maybe it is more incentivized
If you're
to run
winning,
it multiple
you definitely
times.
don't want
more, but not really, because the bottom. If you have 60K or 70K in front of you, it's only the 20K that's worth anything. The 50K, you want to fucking stick that in.
Yes. Yeah,
well,
yeah,
I mean,
that's fair.
depending on, I guess, how much 20K means to you, right? This is
Right.
like outside stuff versus
Nikki's
in-game
rich, man.
mechanics.
She's balling, right?
Like in-game mechanics versus outside, right? Like let's
She
say
took
like
a job with us, man. She's not doing that well.
let's say like you need
No, honestly, if you take a job with you, you're doing really well.
you got so much free time on your hands.
That's true. That part
too much
is
free time.
Relatively true.
It's true though. If 30K is worth a lot
How much
to you,
free time, Guapo?
Enough to take a shit.
enough to leave it too.
He's a little too busy to flush, though. I understand.
I mean, if we're playing the game like the construct that money is not important, I definitely agree. If you start looking at money as real dollars and you're
Yeah.
up 30K,
Mm-hmm.
it's like you want to preserve it, even though the other stuff isn't worth anything. If you're all in for 80K because you're up 30, losing and getting stacked is worth a ton.
It's really fascinating. I mean, people think I suck. How about we create a show where it's like 7 killers and I get to be the loose cannon? Like, I'm up for that.
Yeah.
So if they just give you free money,
Yeah, it's like Makita and fucking Linus
be
and
fun.
Kuhn.
just Kuhn, like all these killers, and
True
then they give me
Teller.
50K to just like buy in and rocket it off.
Can I join that? Can I? Like,
Yeah, see, he
we'll be the
understands.
loose cannon.
That's what I'm saying.
That would be
Kier.
fucking fun.
That would be like so much fun.
Stream regs versus fucking
And
online
boss. Yeah.
fucking
Roller.
Russian killers.
It'd be like,
okay,
it'd
wait,
be
can
like all
it
those-
be 6-handed, right? So it'd be Kuhn, Makita, Ike,
Linus.
Chidwick, Linus, and you.
And
And so
Sven.
basically,
Yeah.
No. Do even
Triton
better than that.
versus
Do like
you.
fucking like Nacho, like Ignacio Moron. Do fucking Linus Love, Davy Jones. Bring in the real heavy hitters.
Yeah, bring them all
And
in.
then give that idiot 50K.
Give me 50K. it's like this is a lineup that I have to, or that I've been forced into in the past. And it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna adjust and I'm gonna try
You
to play
actually
really
do better
good.
in these
Don't
games.
adjust.
You actually
Just don't adjust. You get the fucking give me 50K to light on fire.
It is
man.
weird how decent you
much
do
fun.
versus like good players and like sometimes.
Oh, that's all face equity, baby.
Yeah.
That's literally just
Yeah.
my
You
reputation
definitely get
preceding
paid
me
off.
and me sitting there waiting for good hands.
Yep.
It's like when Kier comes in and flops a set.
Like it'll be very funny on like
I didn't flop
the.
any sets today.
No, you didn't. I don't even remember how you made a lot of money.
You might as well have.
I
you
got it
made
in with dog shit, and they
Oh,
thought,
no, you
and then
remember-
I got it in with good hands.
You rivered a pair for 160K pot versus Simon.
Oh yeah, that was a fun one. That was a fun one.
Literally Rivers one pair,
It's
And
enough.
I called it off.
160K pot. Simon's tripling off ace king high.
Is it a 5-bet
Mhm.
pot or 4-bet? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It's very.
I had a pair.
It's crazy to me. Like sometimes the lineups that you're like not happy to play, and then you're somehow like, yeah, I just won 100 in this game. I don't really know how I did it.
Well, something that really changed my perspective as I've gotten into like more TV lineups. For a long time, it was like I never went the path of like ducking of like, oh, tell me the lineup before I decide if I'm going to play it kind of thing. Because it was like
You did live at the bike scandal from way back, but you didn't duck, but they
I
claim
didn't
you
have any
did.
money.
Yeah.
What do you want from me? Like they kept varying the stakes. You love to stir the shit. But like, yeah, I mean, I barely had a buy-in for the fucking game. Nobody would loan me. What do you want from me, man?
I'm saying they changed the story. You didn't say you didn't want to play.
The point is that if the lineup is bad, like whatever, you're just so happy to be playing, reasonably high stakes. But what really changed my perspective on it is that when you're in the worst games, I'd almost rather just be playing bigger, because at least then, if you have a win rate, it's more substantial dollar amount per hour, right? Like if it's a super soft
But
game,
doesn't that mean that theirs is more substantial too?
well, it just depends on who's losing in the game, right? Like if you're unsure if you're winning or losing, then you obviously don't want to play bigger. But if you-
Wait. Your take is literally, if you have a win rate, I want the game to be bigger. That's not like a smart take.
Wait, why?
Okay, you just said if I have a win rate, I want the game to be bigger. But that's like
Yeah, because
anyone would say that.
Well, no, well, my point being is that whenever good games come to be, generally you can't make them bigger because they're built around people that are limited to whatever funds, and they don't need to be bigger, right?
Okay.
Because like if you have
already.
Yeah, if you have a fishy player who has
Oh, I see what you're
100,000, it doesn't matter if you're playing 100 or 500
When it's all
1K.
bots, it's not going to be like super like,
Exactly.
like whale gambly.
Right. If you're making one big blind per hour or a half a big blind per hour, you'd like that big blind to be 400 or 500 or 1,000, right? Because then at least you're having a reasonable hourly that you're being paid to be there.
I mean, if you can afford the risk, like of
Yeah.
ruin.
Yeah, fair. Obviously, it's capped at whatever your risk tolerance is, but I guess
if I have a win rate and I can afford it, of course I want the game to be bigger.
Yeah. But I think that a lot of people don't view it that way. They see it as like, oh my god, this lineup is a bunch of killers. Like, I'd rather play 25-50.
But most people can't beat a lineup
Like,
with a bunch of
Really
killers.
that's the way
more
game
money
runners-
for the crazy whale ones.
Correct.
Because they're the highest variance.
Yeah, usually any game like that is going to have one losing player for sure, right? It's always going to be like, even when a killer lineup comes together, there's still going to be one obvious businessman or somebody who's like donating to the cause. That's just the nature of lineups being created.
And that's where you're in.
So you're saying you'll win in any lineup that comes together because naturally that lineup will have the losing player.
Generally speaking, you would think that would be the case.
Okay.
Although I'm sure that there are
You're
plenty.
not really selling yourself as a loose cannon here. I gotta say.
all I'm really trying to get across
Just a
is
cannon.
all I'm really trying to get across is that in the older times, before we were able to calculate stuff and had software and understood the game a lot deeper, the way that game runners would propose these games would say like, we'll just play smaller because the game's tougher today. And everybody would like unite and be like, yeah, let's play smaller.
Oh, right.
And it's like,
I agree with
no,
that.
that's actually like a huge waste of everybody's time and energy. You'd much rather just play bigger so that you're making a larger hourly for the limited time that you're, in this tougher environment.
Can I kind of disagree?
Go ahead.
Okay. So like,
You can do whatever you want.
if I were to play Linus Love, right?
Yes.
Don't really know the guy, but he plays like really big shit. I'd rather play like 10-20 or 25-50 with him because he's just gonna fucking block.
Heads up
That's
for
actually
sure.
a good point.
Even
I see what
even
you're
six
saying.
max. So like if
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
playing like all these killers
Yeah.
and they play like 100K online, 40K online, and like $1 million tournaments, and I get them to sit down 30 hands an hour playing 25-50, I'm gonna
yeah,
fucking
he's
clean.
gonna blast.
I'm gonna clean.
I actually don't know that these guys are capable of like playing bad because
I've
the stakes
heard-
are
I know.
I've heard-
I've seen it happen. I've
Okay.
seen
I've
it
heard
happen.
stories
Yeah.
of some of the Euro like high roller
Yeah, they get
killers.
bored.
They get
and they
fucking
when they get
bored.
it, they're like
bored, right?
when they
They
go
play
in
it like
cash games,
craps.
it's actually
Mhm.
like huge gambly, like
Exactly.
spewy.
a tenth the stake that
But you put
they're
them at
used
200,
to.
400, they're like
Yeah.
fucking like calculating shit.
Mhm.
You know, they're hunched over,
Yeah,
locked in.
a tenth the stake and a tenth
They're
of
like
amount of
you, like,
hands that they're playing.
30
Exactly.
10
Like
minutes
they
ago.
fucking they get bored as shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so for like a meta perspective, you could find extra earn, I guess, by keeping the game smaller and
Hell yeah, you
regards.
playing with like rich pros that think they're really good at like low stakes is a great way to make money. Dude,
Yeah.
Hands was in this club I was playing in, and it's like a 25-50. Moron lost like 200K in a week. You know what I mean? And now he's like contesting it. You think he got cheated?
Yeah,
That's kind of funny.
He's the best.
He didn't get cheated.
Well,
He's
but
just
when
bad.
you play 1-2, you are like good, right?
Yeah, do you play real good when you play
I
1-2?
think he plays
I
good.
mean,
You play
Does he?
bad, but you
No,
win.
He's splashy.
Have you ever seen
Oh.
Berkey in a 2-5 game?
I'm in the mix. Wait, 1-2,
And-
$1.
$1.
$1, $2, not 100, 200.
I'm the best 1-2 goddamn player in the world. My
Okay.
win rate is like I'm making like $2,000 an hour playing $1, $2. Are you kidding me? It's unbelievable
You
what they
should
let me
probably
do to
play
that.
that full time.
I probably should. Man. Bring me down to the Jewel of the South.
Let's go.
We'll be
Let's
there.
go. We'll be
I'll
there.
vlog it.
Put
Can
me
I
in
come?
the muck.
Yeah.
I want to come. I want to come.
Only
I know you
friends.
ruin my hourly.
No, you can't.
No, buddy,
Yeah.
I was gonna be all in every hand. Come
Yeah,
on.
that ruins my hourly. I'm winning because they fold, man.
You also get entered into the 300K free roll, which I'm sure you'd probably fucking win.
Oh, that sounds amazing. And quad jacks pays, you say? I'm really good at making quad
$1,000, baby.
jacks.
Oh,
The
man.
only friends go to the South Point and we make a little mini vlog.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, honestly, that only sounds good if it's animated. Like, I just want to see a cartoon version of us, like South Park, going to the South Point.
I still think we should do a streamed game for fun.
A streamed game?
Yeah, just like a fun one with
like
all of
only
us.
friends out loud, but just streamed.
Oh, like
When
just
we play
downstairs.
together, we're not serious. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I it's really hard for me to play small. Do you play small for fun?
Yeah.
Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, the other day I went and played 1-3 and just like opened to 100 every hand. I won like 3K.
honestly, I don't. I mean, when you say that, I think that you genuinely believe that you're providing value to these people, and they should be happy that you're there.
They definitely hate
No,
it.
they're
so
they're so angry.
They
at
hate you.
Yeah. Because they're sitting there going, "Oh, I can't wait to get this guy once I get aces,"
And they never
And
get
then
him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Never.
Then they get fucked.
You are the parasite in their little environment.
yeah.
I know.
They want you removed.
I know. I'm there for myself.
No one.
That's what the parasite does. Yes.
No one likes to get monkey wrench like this. All right, Melissa. I hear that you have a new Tuesday
I have a weird
section.
news Weird news.
Weird news.
Weird news. Today, we have some news. Breaking news. I figured I would bring in some offbeat news, just some stuff, maybe local news, maybe not.
Oh God.
We do have a local story today in local news.
I'm very glad you're explaining this because when I was reading Run of Show, I was trying to figure out how these two things.
Yeah, so just a little off the beaten path.
I was trying to figure out how they came
Forget what the other
together.
one is.
It's the Bored Apes.
Oh yeah. So a couple things have happened in the last week. Wow. One on more of a global scale. There was an Ape Con thing for those crypto connoisseurs out there. They had a little event, I guess, and there
Diamond
was
hands, baby.
some lights at the event that gave people burning eyes and some mild blindness.
Diamond eyes, baby.
So the laser eyes is real.
Yeah, I was gonna say like so that they really wanted people to be like that.
Yes.
The lasers in their eyes.
Not sure how this happened, but apparently this is something that happens. You have to be careful.
Okay.
So
be
there
careful.
it was
out there,
like
team.
UV
Yeah, I think they got UV burns on their eyes.
from the lights from the show.
Yes.
Nobody thought this through.
I guess they used the wrong kind of lights.
I have to tell you, this is not a big.
Is it not bullish?
No, this is not a very bullish signal for Bored Apes.
So there was like tanning salon lights.
I believe. Well,
in the lighting.
I'm not sure because I don't think people got sunburned, but there was some type of thing that happened. Apparently, the same thing can happen when you look at the snow and the UV is reflecting off.
yeah,
the snow.
yeah. Snow blindness.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a thing for sure.
Mhm.
So it
The
looked like
sun bounces off.
looked like there was like 2,300 people and like 15 of them had some eye issues.
Mhm.
So it's not that.
They were probably the
just, like-
closest 15.
It's a numbers
It
game.
was the people that were really close.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, and in local news,
Mm.
a woman in Summerlin,
Mm-hmm.
Las Vegas,
Yeah.
saw on her camera that an Amazon driver urinated in her yard. And I thought this would be sort of an interesting thing to breach because personally, I don't think I would even notice
Yeah.
or care.
Yeah. Okay, Karen. Like, let's relax a little bit.
But
The
she
guy had
felt
the piss.
violated
Violated.
Well,
because he peed on the
he like
hose.
he pissed all over like hose and,
the
everything.
hat
Which
got on
kind
the
of
Oh,
you know.
oh, so he committed a violent act.
It wasn't
Yes.
a violent
Wait,
act,
what? So he
but-
pissed on her hose?
I guess it
Yeah.
got on her hose and her
Mhm.
house.
Yeah.
So she
Would you even notice
No,
though?
no,
I feel like you would never notice
well,
if a guy peed on the house.
Come on.
said she kept smelling pee, which means
Oh,
makes
so
me think
he's
it was like a
habitual.
reoccurring.
Oh, maybe
thing.
he peed there every time.
She said she's
That's
like
kinda
I
funny.
kept smelling like pee, and she doesn't have. She must not have like dogs or anything.
Maybe
like that.
he shit.
It
in
was
the-
him.
Oh, maybe it was
office
him in the
bathroom.
office.
It would make sense. Efro said that he sent us a package today, and he wanted to make sure that it was delivered. I didn't see one when I got here. So
that was the package.
this guy may have hand delivered one.
The
right,
package was just a note that said, "Please take a shit and leave it."
right to the right to the bathroom. I think Guapo, that was his cue. He's actually gonna go get the package.
Wait, Efro gave us something else?
What did he?
Yeah,
give
he
us?
DM'd me. He said,
Mhm.
I sent you a package for the pod. It says that it arrived today. Just wanted to make sure that it was delivered to the right place.
Okay.
Is it a mystery?
Here's the picture
box?
that they left. It's a mystery box,
Must be a
Landon.
mystery box.
Oh.
It's a
Oh my-
mystery box.
Guapo.
Oh my
Give it,
God.
you know what, Guapo? Give it to Landon.
Give it to
Yeah.
Landon.
Give it to
yes.
Landon.
What could
He
it be?
deserves it.
It's a mystery. What could
What
it be?
It's a mystery.
I do not know what it is. I'm gonna
Back to this
open
UPS
it.
driver or Amazon driver, whatever. Like, grow up, man.
I know.
Well,
I felt like it was a bit crazy.
Sometimes
to
you just
cause a big
gotta
stink
piss.
about.
So,
You know?
so the thing is, she alerted the
Media.
the media and Amazon,
Mhm.
and then Amazon went ahead, or maybe it was the
Do you
logistics
think
company.
Amazon cares?
It was a logistic company that Amazon hires.
Dude, she
ended up
probably has-
firing this guy.
I don't.
And then
they?
she felt really bad. She's like, I didn't want him fired. I just wanted them to.
I just wanted to embarrass
Yeah,
him.
no. She's like, I just wanted them
Much
to be
like
aware this
Guapo
was
with the
happening and him to
poop
not
hat.
do
Okay,
it.
Karen, what did you think was going to happen? Also,
Yeah, she just
Amazon
mad
has
'cause she's
workers
getting
that
backlash.
Amazon workers like shit in the aisle
Right,
while
well,
they're
that-
stocking shelves.
No, that was the whole point of
What?
well, that was the point.
You didn't hear
by
about
the,
this?
Oh.
Yeah, so that-
Amazon like won't let their employees take breaks, so they like
that's
piss in
Oh,
bottles.
so
Right,
that's why he did
That's
it?
why he did that. That's
Well, yeah,
mostly
'cause he's on a
right,
time crunch.
Right, because he has a quota to fill.
Oh, well
so
then
like,
even more so he's
He didn't
right
have to pee on the
in his
hose,
right.
though.
and so the lady, Berkey's calling her a Karen, but the lady actually was saying that like this is an Amazon issue, not the person's issue. This is an issue where Amazon is not, giving these.
Did she
people-
backtrack though and say that a little bit?
I don't think so. No, I mean I don't know.
Oh yeah, she was really standing up
Hold
for workers'
on.
rights here.
Oh, okay.
Cue the
I really think she was.
music. What could it be?
What is it?
It's a mystery. It's a clock. It's a Steelers
Awesome. It says only
Let's
from-
go!
Steelers, baby!
Where's the Eagles?
clock.
That's really
From
nice.
Efro.
Wow.
Where
Oh
does
my
it gonna
God.
go
Him-
in the
give it to me.
podcast? Where's it gonna go?
It can cover the great
Just gonna take
states.
it.
Also,
No.
shout out to
gonna go
the
right here.
podcast member who sent us the great states. Kira, I'm not sure if you're aware of this. You probably don't watch the show that often, but I am awful with geography.
Well,
And we accidentally played Name That State.
You should play GeoGuessr.
That sounds fun.
I did very poor. Embarrassingly poor. Couldn't find New York.
I know exactly what I'm going to do with this.
What are you going to do?
I'm
You're
going to
make a Flavor Flav chain.
Yes, I'm going to get a fucking
Oh,
chain.
great
I'm going to
idea.
wear it like fucking Flavor Flav.
Yeah. Oh, here we go again.
Here
Okay,
we go.
Oregon is right next to Seattle. Left,
Right next
left,
to Seattle, that's
left.
a state.
Or sorry, Washington. Left,
Need a
left,
battery.
left. Yes.
Correct.
Yes. I wasn't sure. It could have been that or the
Okay,
one above.
Rhode Island.
Oh, come on. It's so goddamn small.
tiny
It's
one.
like the boot. It looks like fucking Italy.
Honestly, I don't really know these either.
Well, the best part is Guapo doesn't know either. So like,
So he just
I start directing him and he just starts to hover.
I know what general area I should be in.
The boot. It's the boot. I don't,
No, it's
not the
not.
boot.
No,
That's New Jersey.
Massachusetts.
It's Massachusetts.
It might be Massachusetts. Yeah.
New Jersey's lower.
It's right under that. It's that. Click that. Click that.
No, it's okay. That's,
I mean, how are you gonna tell me
I
no?
don't fucking know, man. All right, Nevada's right next to California.
We
I know
got
that
it.
we
one.
know that one. I would
I
hope
know
you
that
know
one.
I can't believe
one.
you told me no. No.
I'm taking a shot, man. You know,
He took a shot.
I took a shot.
Took a
I
shot
missed.
and missed.
You know, it happens all the time.
You
around
took a
here.
shit and didn't flush.
Yeah, that too.
Based.
Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't.
wrap the show.
I am Here's the thing. Did I shit? I don't
Yes.
know. I truly don't know.
Yes.
Did I flush? 100
No.
fucking percent.
Mm,
Did it go down?
debatable.
Clearly not.
So you're blaming the toilet.
Yeah, I'm blaming the toilet.
Okay.
There's no pee in that water,
Never his
Melissa.
fault.
There's no
So
pee in
maybe
that
he just
water.
didn't pee.
What, are you human?
You always pee when you poo?
Always.
Really?
100% of the time.
I mean, that's
Can't
the thing,
relate.
right? Wait, isn't there a saying? It's like a number. You always number one. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know it off by heart,
Yeah.
but it's something about you always number one. I don't know.
Okay.
Something like always number one, but you don't always number two.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know, but I
Yeah.
for sure
There's definitely a saying.
always pee.
There's a saying,
Well said.
basically the saying says that you always pee when you poop, but you don't always poop when you pee.
Exactly.
It's like
That-
rectangles
yeah.
and squares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
This guy gets it.
Well, if that's true, then the pee in the water or not pee in the water is an irrelevant point.
Well, it's relevant because it means that it was actually
It
flushed
wasn't.
and then the
It's not
turd
a chance.
remained.
It's not big enough to get stuck.
Oh, that's actually decent read.
I know. I'm a
Decent
goddamn
read.
sleuth over
You
here.
didn't
Yeah.
flush.
It's a decent
You
read.
didn't
I understand.
pee.
Melissa she wants to fucking gaslight me. You know what? That's fine.
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss.
That's fine. Kira, do you have any closing thoughts for us? I know you came all the way here and we just kind of peppered you with poop.
I don't know. Cutting edge fucking talking points.
I mean, the insight on the loose cannon I think was fantastic.
No, yeah, I like that.
Mhm.
I'd like to watch that. I'd like to see me and you battle the top pros in the world as loose cannons.
Okay, let's do it.
You
That'd
didn't
be
sell
fucking
it very
fun.
We
well,
can
I
get it
gotta
set
say.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down.
God, someone's got to give us 50K though.
Good luck.
I don't know anyone.
That's the bare minimum. We're not doing it for less than 50K. We got to
50K.
we got to come together here, Kira.
Your dad can't
All right,
give you a small
I'll do it
loan.
for 40. I'll do it for
God
40.
damn it. I'm out.
Okay,
Sorry.
bye.
I'm out. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're going to be late night again tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific. We're here with the one and only Matt Hunt.
Spicy
We got a little strat chat.
Matt.
That's right.
Pray for bro. Main
He's got a
game.
fun hand from the NAPT main event versus Anthony Hugh. And we can't wait to discuss it. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll be back then. See you guys tomorrow.
Thanks, Efro.